Right, I concluded my driving skill and all that rubbish. I wanted to speak for it because I have another box. And I want to see what's inside this. I have a feeling I know what it is. I actually want to see what's actually in this box. Oh, there it is. Right, looking for the craft knife. We are going to open this up. If it is what I think it is, it's the very first one I've ever owned. I have a lot of things. It's not my first locomotive, if it is a locomotive. I do believe it's a locomotive. But there's features on this that I've never owned before. That's something else. I'm using that for an ashtray because the ashtray that I normally use is holding the laptop up and don't want it to fall over. This might not be a locomotive, but it could be. That could be a locomotive. Yes, I believe that that is a locomotive. I thought it was going to be bigger than this. That is quite heavy for a locomotive. For the size of it. I can feel the wheels, so yes, it is a locomotive. This is my very first one of this. This is not your average locomotive. This actually happens to be German. It's an Era 3 of Deutsche Bundesbahn livery. Deutsche Bundesbahn translates to German Federal Railways, but they don't use that term no more. Wrapped it up really well. I want to be careful because this has some weird features and I'm scared to actually break them right with it. Oh my word. Oh my word, look at this. That is beautiful. That is very beautiful. That is very strange and very unusual. Right. Things that are about this, that it's my very first one. Wheel arrangement, it's a 240. It's also German, it's my very first German locomotive. And I'm sure there was something else about it that I think of, but it's not popping into my mind. So I'm looking to my right now. That is a nice little locomotive. That is very nice. Oh yeah, the manufacturer of it, that's the other thing. My very first locomotive made by, I forgot, oh, it's not River Rossi, it's the other one. Oh, say it underneath. Yeah, it does. Fleischmann. Very first one made by Fleischmann. And that looks really, really neat. I'm going to pause the video, finish my cigarette. I'm going to get a track set up because we want to see this run. I'm going to go over some of the features of it first, actually. Because obviously, I don't use these couplings. Now, I don't know if I can change those couplings. Let me get a torch on this. So my eyesight's not really good in this light. no, showing that I can't, but there are couplings that you can change these with. Oh no, wait there. It might actually be changeable, but I need a specialized equipment to do that. That's not going to be difficult, but we're going to see this run because look at the mechanism on it. The mechanism is old, vintage, and complicated. And it would be old vintage considering it is an Era 3. Oh, it's got a pickup on the front wheels, I didn't know that. I don't know why the other. Oh, so the front wheels is one pickup, the back wheels are another. The other pickup is there. That's quite interesting. It's got a spring thing there. I can't see that reaching to a third rail, so I don't think it's third rail. It said on eBay that it was a 2-rail system. So I'm going to pause the video and we're going to see if this runs or not. Right, I've just tested this on a first radius curve. It fits quite well. There's something underneath the track because that's unbalancing. Yeah, it's just a spring. There's a spring under the track. That's not off the locomotive. That spring's been there for quite a while. I'm not sure what it's off. But that does look really, really nice. So I'm going to pause the video and try and get set up. Oh, nearly press stop there. Get it on the pause button. Right, I nearly made a mistake. Because I was going to say that I was going to do some first radius just so I can make the track as small as possible, but I only have 5 pieces of first radius track, so we're going to have to do it on the second radius. I'm going to have to count those out because I have more than 8 second radius, so back in a bit. Right, moment of truth on this. Is this a 2-rail system or a 3rd-rail system? And it goes on the track. Not sure what direction it's going to go. Just go. Oh, it moved. It actually moved. Oh, like I said, it did move. That was 2-rail system. Well, I guess then. That's really, really nice. In a minute, I'm going to have a look through the patches. That's really, really beautiful. That was magnificent. Maybe it's one more. Well, I'm very good for it. Let's try it backwards. Oh yes, that is beautiful. Yeah, top speed of this locomotive, so I'm not driving high speed. Back right, see if we can have that message. That is absolutely brilliant. The mechanisms on that strange. Running really, really well. Oh, by that much, it works really, really well. Okay, that should be right in front of the camera. Yes, it is. I'm going to pause the video. That's on. There's the remote. It's all on battery. Yes, it is. Oh, shit. What's it catching on? Hold on a minute. Oh, I'm twisted. There we go. Oh well, it's resumed. Sorry, my laptop went a bit funny then. Anyway, what we are going to do now is have a look inside this, because I want to know if I can actually switch those couplings. So we are going to actually take this apart. Our screwdriver's too big. So keep swapping them all around like that. That'll definitely do. There we go. It's got a bit of a smell to it after running it. Might actually need some maintenance as well as. I've undone that screw. I can't see no what's. Oh yes, I can. Sure that. No, it seems crazy. Why am I taking it apart? But when it works, there's a fair few reasons to actually do this. Oh, that's strange. Oh my word. I'll leave that like that. Check this out, people. Need to be really careful because it is spring on this. I may need to get another one of those that's down like that. Because I'm struggling to actually see this. It's really, really tiny. I got it. It can come out. There is actually a screw there. But for some reason it's not. Oh, crikey. Crikey me. 1 minute. I'm not going to be able to reach it with that. I'm going to have to pause the video a minute. Hold on, I've just thought of an idea that might work. Let me find a flathead screwdriver. Like that. Don't know if it will catch onto it. That is really, really awkward. Shame I can't. Oh, I can remove that. So that'll make this 10 times easier. That one's too small. So in a minute I'm going to have to put some of these screws back where they came from so I know where they go. The screwdriver doesn't want to fit this either. one's too big. That's even bigger than that one. The best flat I ever got was the one that was using. Although, no, I had this flat head. Sugar, I really broke it down. That's what I'm trying to avoid. It does break, I've got soldering irons, so I can solder it back together. There we go, I've got it. I know that screw came from there. It's important you keep the screws where they've actually come from. It's not letting me screw that in. But it is. Right, where was that screw piece there? Now I've got this off, I can actually see what I'm doing. Let me see if we can turn that again. See if my theory is right, that it is a nut and bolt. Yeah, it's turning the whole thing. Right, I'm going to put this screw back where it came from so I know where it came from. Before I start ending up with loads of screws and I ain't got a clue where they end up coming from. My problem is getting to the back coupling. There's also this, and I don't know what the hell that is for, but it's got suspension on it. I think that's actually to convert it to the third rail. It's a bit of an awesome feature to have on a locomotive. Now that's interesting. Stands up perfect with the bogey on there. Set the bogey up. Doesn't balance itself. So this bogey actually serves a purpose of balance. I'm getting it to hook onto the nut, but it's just not staying where I want it. Okay. Very hard for me to see in this light. I think I'll just tighten that back up. Can't actually tell. Yeah, look at the knot. Yeah, I think I was just tightening that up. And find out when to spin it. I'm going to do this over the table because if it does fall, I want it to land on the table because it really is tiny. Now I am actually loosening it. That knot is very difficult to undo. So the way that this is seeming, I can't change the couplings on this. Because that knot is not actually jagged, it's circular. That's where I had it, that's why that was doing it. I don't know if I can hold the screw and try and spin the knot. Spinning it. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. idea. Let me pause the video. I'll come back with the idea because there was something else that I said that went missing, but I found it. There's another thing that's strange that happens. I just praised the tweezers saying that I'd found them. Now I cannot find them at all. I've looked in the majority of places where I would have put them. The only place I can think of is that they're on my bed. And I have actually looked on here already. I'm going to give it a second look. I have actually been doing little bits of work here and there on stuff. No, no tweezers. I even tried to look underneath this. I can't see me put them underneath that, and I can't see them underneath that. So wherever they've gone, they've gone. Can't find the tweezers, so I'm going to make a new approach. I was going to say I've just seen that. I'll try and do this because it does look very plastic, to be honest. So I'm thinking if I hold that with this like that, maybe I can unscrew it and press it to the edge of the table. Let's just spun that off. The only thing that'll do this is the tweezers, and I ain't got a clue where they've gone again. Right, good news, I found my tweezers that was on top of my PlayStation. Don't know what the hell they were doing on there, but that's where they were. And now I've lost the bogey to the train. It's not actually a train, it's actually a locomotive. Hey, I find one thing, another thing goes disappearing. I found it. Don't know how it's got over there. No, don't tell me the tweezers ain't gonna do it. No, they're not grabbing hold of it. I can't do it like that, no. So the tweezers are no good. Therefore, I can't change these couplings. Which means now that it's a waste of money. Because if I can't change the couplings, I ain't getting no carriages for these. Because I don't use these couplings. And this will be the only locomotive that'll pull them. And I can't see. You can see the whole of that spinning. I want to stop that one part from spinning. I want to try this method. No, it's pushing it out my hand. It's not easy to do because my hands are sweaty at the same time. I have nothing that'll get between there and undo that screw. And this won't reach between there. I'm not sure what will do this. Yes, I do know something that will do it. Give me a minute. I just thought of something else. Right, did manage to find the other pinches that I was thinking of, but they was too big as well. I'm going to try this screwdriver, see if I can actually push it with this. Yes, that's actually a quite strong hold. Was. So, let's see now. It's misbehaving. This method has worked before. I have a better hold on it. Yes. You can actually see the screw actually coming out. And it is getting tight in places. The problem is you can't see. I'm going to have to turn these big lights off a minute, so you're not going to be able to see this very well. So those lights are kind of blinding. I can't tell if that has made a difference or not. So I can't see at all now. That's not even a screw anymore. This is where it works and I end up losing pieces. No, let's see if we can do without my glasses. I'm sure I can see a bit better without my glasses there. And glasses are actually supposed to be the distance. Right, that moves the screwdriver off the nut. I'm not sure that this is able to come apart. Now I can't see again. You'll be lucky to actually see the screw because it really is tiny. I'll show you how tiny the screw is. You'll be like, Jesus Christ, that really is tiny. Yes, I'm undoing it. That's definitely undoing. It ain't moved it. So, if you ever get one of these, you cannot change the couplings. I'm still going to keep trying. So I really want to change couplings on these. That actually spied that. Can't get this to fit to anything. So I can get to that part, but then I can't really grab the other screwdriver. So, there we go. That's exactly what I was talking about. There's a backing up that on the flame. So I'll get very close, then can't budge it. I can't get these to hold on to it. Yes, I can. Ah, that sounds like it's actually, yeah. But you know what? It's spinning with these, so I don't know how the hell this comes off. I'm gonna try a bit more of a new tactic. I'm gonna try and spade it. So when I put the things on now, it should hold. Try that. Nope, still spinning it. The only other thing I can do is look it up on how to do it, but I'm going to have a look at this back one because I can actually access this one a lot more easier if I can get to it. Now the problem is I don't know how to get to it. See a bit of a clip there. I need to be careful what I'm doing and what I'm not. Right, I can actually move that out of the way. time I try and pull it out the way, I push it back underneath that. I got it. Right, there's the other pickup. So it's got all round pickups on there, so that's quite interesting. No, I don't know how to remove anything else on this. And then look in other places on this. Ah, there we go. This might be a helping hand. Yeah, I can feel that already moving part. That is lifting up and down. Just be careful so we don't end up breaking it. There we go, it's coming out. Yeah, it's out. Just gotta be careful now. I'm finishing it up. Need to come fully out. There we go. That's not bad. Right, that one is a bit more accessible than the other one. But the problem is the screw isn't. So no, you cannot change the coupling on these. So my plan is now, because obviously I don't want to lose this, to cut that off and just super glue one on there. Now I do actually have one to actually try that peeler. I'll just put this back together. I'm going to start with this bit first. I have a problem. I can't put this back together. So the first coupling I'm going to change on this is the front one. There we go, that's back in place. The screw that held that in is nowhere to be seen. It should be a little black one. There it is. So this one is going to be modified, but in future I'm going to be careful buying these locomotives. So I'm going to be very careful because it doesn't seem like that this wants to go back together. No, can't even get the screw to stay on the screwdriver. I'm going to try to get the screwdriver head. I'm going to pause this while I put this back together. Right, we're back. I've just managed to do that one piece. Right, now this is going to be quite difficult. I think to put the bogey on first would probably be the wise decision. And I'll just drop that screw. Oh, I see where that went. So this goes that way around. No, it's best to actually do this bit first. I know where that screw goes. I can't get these mixed up, especially if we're putting this one straight back in. I can't say that my idea is going to work very well. it's worth a shot, because I don't want to lose this locomotive. So for the first time, I'm actually doing a customization and an upgrade at the same time. Don't normally do this with stuff, but I'm making an exception. I'm just going to try and remember where I put that one coupling that I have, because I don't want to lose out on this locomotive. My very first German one. Ever in my whole entire life. I've owned anything else apart from mainly the British locomotives. Like the American ones that I bought in this collection. The one that I bought first, my very first American locomotive that I've ever owned. Right, now I've got to hold that in place on a screw. What's that? I might not actually be able to pick up on this wheel, because I don't seem to be making any contact. I don't know if it's supposed to or not. So I'm actually going to loosen that up a minute. So I think that is supposed to be a pickup. The way to make contact with the wheel. Actually very simple. Should be no, I'm going to do a bit more loose than that. Oh, I'm not even loosening it. Screwdriver just slipping through the screw. There we go. Make contact, you just bend the metal like that and put it back under the wheel. And now it's been a nightmare because it's just been a nightmare. There we go. That hasn't gone right. There we go. Now it's making contact with the wheel. So that could have been some of the reason why it didn't start off straight away. Right, so that screw now goes there. That's it, nice and perfect. Right, the last screw is this big long one, and that's it back in, because all you do is just put the housing back on. Very gently doing this, because I don't want to ruin the mechanisms. Hello. 1 second, let me just pause the video. No. Wrong minute. Right, so sorry about that. So obviously I'm going to detach that and just show that all you do with this is it's just the same way as you took it off. You've got to be really careful not to break any of the parts. And somewhere along the line it will, when it wants to. It's being really awkward. Try. Right. No. been a bit awkward. It's just quite clever how this is put together. And these are actually really good motors, the same ones, but well, very similar to the ones that Liam used. Almost front print. It's got. So yeah, the housing's almost back on. Or is it back on? No, the housing is actually back on. Then what you do is you get that big long screw, put it back where it came from, and screw it in to hold everything secure. You don't want to do it too tight, you want to do it tight enough so that you can actually feel the screwdriver stop spinning like so. Yep, it's all back together. Right, because someone wants me to do them a little favour, I am going to pause the video. When I come back, I'm going to try and switch that front coupling and see if I can do it, because it's worth it. Right, welcome back to the video. I was thinking about putting this coupling on the front to try and do that, but I actually, the reason why you can see a lot of matchsticks about, I actually have matchsticks and that, so my plan is, because I have a broken locomotive here, thinking about getting rid of all that, using the couplings off this because these swing side to side. Say to that, a smaller coupling might be better because these do actually hold really well to these couplings, like so. So my plan is to deviate all this and make a complete new locomotive. But we are going to do the couplings first, which is so simple because this locomotive does have changeable couplings. I want to say this one for it. Probably should check that, it's going to be wrong now, isn't it? Yeah. It's more this one. Yeah, that's the right one. I could have actually done that by hand. Like that. I'm going to try and neaten this up. The reason why I've got this other locomotive knocking around is because I'm using that to find the actual height of the couplings before I actually dismantle them. So I'm actually really nervous to do this. If I can make this locomotive pull the wagons that I have, that would be awesome. I want to make the flat prices are. I can make these ones look a bit more presentable as well. This one come out quite easy. So using my craft knife, I'm going to try and cut that off there. Like so. Don't care about that bit, I'll figure it up. Again, there we go. That's pretty neat now. That on the front of there. Shouldn't be too bad. Let's do the other one. I'm going to build the other locomotive. I'm going to do it on video to just see what I can do on a video. Because I'm actually in the process of doing something for someone else. I'm not going to do that on video in case I end up messing it up. Right, the height of this coupling to this is actually flush. That is actually flush. I've got that the right way around. So my plan is to cut all the top off that. You're actually doing some real doctor work here. I don't notice. I'm gonna try cutting the bottom of that off first. See if I can pull that bit out. Yeah, that worked. So let's have a look at that. If I was to put that onto there. I'm going to need to cut a bit more of that away. I'm going to get rid of this bit here. And this bit here. It's not cutting all. Maybe just snap that off. Do you know what's just happened? Now the thing that was holding these on has just prized itself up. I'm not sure if I've just broke that. I'm actually now able to take that bit off, which is going to be a real nuisance if I've broken it. I can't hear nothing else coming from it. Them press clips. That's why it wouldn't come off. These are actually press clips, so I take it back. Yes, you can change the couplings on these locomotives. So I should be able to do what I just did with that one. With this, prise it off. So these couplings are changeable. But I can actually keep these ones on for now, so I can put that clip back in. I'm trying to find the clip, try and push it down. It's not working. And this one. I can't get underneath it. I need to be careful not to scratch the paint. So that'll be another thing that'll be annoying. I've got it. So I didn't need to take it all apart to find out if these are changeable or not. They are changeable. Which now that has made this a bit easier for me because I can still doctor these up. Because I broke one, might as well doctor it up. That one's still in working order because I don't know how much these couplings are actually worth. I'm going to pause the video because I need toilet. Right, I'm back. Just to be clever on that, one of these that I broke, which is this one, I am actually going to see if I could have actually fixed a coupling to it. Right, I want to get rid of this piece if I can. Now I'm going to cut it with a knife. That's pretty much centered. Now the problem is it the right height? Unless I would just center that. Oh, excuse me a sec. My charger's not in. Huh? Oh, the charger's not in correctly. Give me a sec. I want to pause the video before it actually goes off completely. Oh Christ! Right, we're back. So, because I've already started chopping and screwing things up, that's the fixed one. I've lost the other piece. I've lost the other one of these. You're gonna have to give me a sec while I find it. So I'm gonna pause the video again. Right, I found it, and I also found another one of these couplings. So this is the one that was actually guiding up, and that does look pretty centered. But now, is it to a level? But I do need to cut a bit more of that off for it to sit flush for super gluing. Yeah, that's about right. Right, I'm not actually gonna pin it back to there, but I'll hold that there. I'll put this level with it. Obviously I am, because now I found out how to change them. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Now I found out how to change them. I am going to actually buy proper couplings, but this for now. That should be enough. It's just, oh, just put glue there as well. So I'm going to reapply glue. Ow! Have I not just gone on any of my locomotives? That did just spring out. This has been really awkward. I think I applied a bit too much glue. That's why it spurted out the way that it did. It's just, because I'm a little worried about leaving that glue open. Let's just see if I can actually move some of this out and about and just try and thinning it out to dry quicker. No, it seems like I'm making it worse. It's still like puddlish. I might just do it. It's just someone to glue where it looks like. Let that settle a bit. We need some tissue. I did have some. I might not do. You can actually see that drizzling down the bottom. it's stuck to it. Where's the lid? Did anyone see how I found it? What did I split? No, not enough. Some of these tubes will have actually split. And let's say this now will go together. Still see a bit of stickiness to the glue, so I know it's still wet. Yeah, it's starting to stick now. I'm only doing this with the one coupling, not both. Because I don't know how well this will hold. I want it to glue slightly, and I'm going to melt it slightly using a special tool so it holds in place. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do any of that because the glue's not even holding it in place. No, it looks like this was a complete waste of time. Just get some glue on about that. Yeah, I did pour too much glue. Right, just to save video time, I'm going to pause the video until I've got this glued properly. Right, I've got it to glue. What we're going to use now is a soldering iron to melt the plastic together so it's more stronger. Ignore that flash, it was just lights. Me knocking the lights while plugging this in. So I have this set to 100 to a degree. Oh, no, turn that off a minute. Turn that off. Don't think that's still fine. So I've got something that I've never used before. These are probably ideal for this because they are for this particular job. Get a hold of it. We have actual specific things for melting plastic. So if I'm correct, that should. Let's undo. That comes off like that. And I can switch to another one of these. Now I've never opened these before, so I don't know exactly how to open this. I'm gonna prise it open like this because it is resealable. You can't get through the seal. Now through the seal. Ah, right. There wasn't an extra seal on that. That's awesome. But I'm thinking melting the plastic more that shape. That's kind of like flat sort of thing. So I'm going to put this piece to one side. I'm going to put this piece in the iron, like so. And put the casing back on. Now switch it on. This is just to fuse that together. Yeah, I can smell it melting. I can see little bits of smoke coming from it. So that bit's kind of fused. Oh, that went a bit too much. I better stop that. Because I haven't fused that with plastic. That ain't going nowhere. So I mean, I've never actually used that stuff before. You understand what I mean? But that's actually started putting solder onto the plastic. So that there could actually be solder. Unless if there's metal in the plastic. It's still melting. I'll actually have a look at one of these, because these are all different shapes. I have no idea. But it's done what I wanted it to do. Yeah, that's quite strong actually. That is actually quite strong. I'm going to put soldering iron to one side away from the verbal stuff. And we are now going to attempt to put these couplings back on, considering I know how to do it. Oh, I don't know, the spring is still in there. It is strange how these work. I completely forgot about springs. Where's the pin clip? There's one. No, I need the tweezers to put it back in. That was close. I'll just leave that there a minute. Upside down if I can. Use requires the bracing. No, it was an accident. Don't ever do that. This is why you need special equipment to actually do stuff like this. No, it's that way around. No, there is actually a spring still there, and it's stopping me from pushing the pin clip back in. So these are not actually easy to change the couplings, but it can be done. Go, got it in. Just pushing it right the way in now. Yeah, I can feel the spring on that. There we go. Well, the way that I've done this coupling didn't work very well. Because it has actually just broke apart. But if I can show this, see all the metal on there? It looks like metal. Feels like metal. I believe that that is actually solder. But I am going to check this when this is cooled down. Like so. Oh no, it's still a bit warm, but it can be changed. I need something metal to put the end piece on. Something that's not going to melt or something, and I haven't really gotten anything. Or something that's really, really difficult to burn. I can hold it within the pliers actually. No, it's not going to burn that. Where did I just, oh yeah, I was thinking of just holding it in the pliers. On the edge of the table, right. No. It's probably cooled down enough now anyway. Yeah, it has. Not even burning my hand. There was the main piece. Let's see if it was correct on that. So that means they're not to use those. I'm going to test this on a fresh piece of plastic. I'm going to pause the video while I'm doing this because it's just like boring work. This is just meant to prove this to myself. Yeah, I was right. Didn't even make any silver markings. So I wish I never actually opened that now. Oh, hold on. Now that's the one that I tested it on. Oh, the coupling's still on the back of the train. I'll say train is actually locomotive. Don't ever do what I just did unless if you're skilled enough to do so. Okay. Really hitting the wrong place. Yeah, this ain't gonna let me do this. What it looks like. Well, because I've got the pattern, I should be able to fuse this together. If it'll stop fucking rolling off. Yeah, this ain't gonna do it. It doesn't want to. I had it perfectly secured and now can't even get that. No, the locomotive keeps wanting to go forwards. I have got it to hold, sort of. Put that in front of it to stop it from doing what I don't want it to do. Still trying to go forwards, which is making this actually go lopsided. Yep. Does that look straight to anybody? The coupling's going completely diagonal. Sugar. It's fine. Because of it doing what it's just done, that's going to take some work to get that to go into the way that I wanted it. Instead it's just completely detached and reattached. So to actually get on my nerves. Yeah, that's not going to work. Yeah, it's gone lopsided still. That might just work. It's a little bit lopsided, but that might just work. Oh, I should have actually cleaned the edge of this off. There's the that being plastic, it's wise to do that. But now that is actually solid, I'm actually dragging the locomotive by it. So yeah, I'm not sure what the purpose is of these, but these actually give off solder. So if anyone's got any ideas about these, I would like to know if you would like to leave me a comment about it or not. But that is solid. That is very solid. So that can now pull wagons from the back end. I'm going to put the front one of these back on. Which I definitely lost the spring on that one. Might have just found it if I can pick that up. Yeah, you've already seen me take this apart before, so I'm going to do that and I'm going to show you how to put this coupling back on. Right, I have got inside to this bit. So this apparently is what I think is the spring. It's gone in and fits perfectly to where it went. Let's see what happens when I put this over it. It's pushed on the spring. Right, I need to be careful to not let that push the spring out. So we're going to need to put that back the right way and be very gentle. I've got, whenever I take these couplings off again, I've got to remember that spring. Oh, they fell on the floor. Yeah, that, yeah. So I'm looking for these. And we'll grab it right at the very mid. And it goes that way around. It's not easy to do one-handed. So this is actually quite difficult. I want to try bracing it against there. Oh, I should have just left it somewhat like that, so I could have easily pushed it into place. For some reason, it's not catching the spring. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and brace that back to where it was. No, I can't. Oh no, I'm gonna have to pause the video. And you can see that there's a spring for this, and I've just lost it. Right, I found the spring. I've got this brace ready to put the pin clip in. The only way that I can think of doing this is trying to grab it like that, which is simple. I don't think it was going to be that simple. It's not letting me push it in though. The reason why it's not letting me push it in is because there's no hole for it to go through. It's come off the hole. Oh, I see how that spring works. No, you're not meant to. It keeps pushing on the spring. So it must be like that then. But I can't get this to there. I've got it lined up with the hole. My hands are really sweaty, so it's probably slipping as I'm about to try and grab this. No. No. Ow. Done. So yeah, you have to take that off to change the front coupling. I'm going to pause the video while I put this back together. Just want to give a heads up that I have to take the whole of this apart because fortunately that broke away from the wire. So I'm going to have to resolder that back on. Right, this is being done on video. I have to take this completely apart if I can. There's another screw down there. Oh, Ted's just reached it. So I've got to get to this wire. Right, that screwdriver's not going to do it. That screwdriver's not going to do it. It started doing it, but doesn't seem to want to take it completely out. It's acting as if, oh, it's got it again. Shut that, shut that. Right, that was perfect. Whether that's come out, I can actually get to the wire a lot better. But I still can't get it exposed enough. I don't know how to get to the rest of it. I'm going to have to try and do it like that, which looks possible. But what's making it impossible is all these mechanisms. And I'm unsure that I'm going to get the mechanisms back into the locomotive correctly. And that's the best I can get it, which means that I'm not going to be able to solder it. So I turn it around that way. I might be able to do it from that side. So what we're going to need is a bit of flux. And just dab it on the way out. I'll put quite a lot on there, but I'm going to dab this anyway. I think it's that way around it needs to go, like that. I can't remember now which side it went on. Yeah, I think it goes on this side. Actually, well, that's a good way to find out. Right, now it goes on this side, so that is the correct way. Oh no, was I on the right side? Yeah, that is the correct way around. Now it already has solder on it, so all I need to do really is move all these small little parts out of the way and hope that I can get these back into the right format of working. I'm going to put them, try and put the wire to that. Yes, I've got it. I'm going to solder it. It's not letting me solder it. No, it doesn't want to solder. Not being able to see makes it more harder as well. Nope, it's just moving away further and further, and now I'm starting to burn stuff. And that was really close, almost had it. But it just keeps pulling away further and further, and I'm going to end up throwing it up the fucking wall in a minute. Got it. I don't know how secure it is, but I've got it. I just nearly burnt my trainer. Now, here's the fun part. How the hell do these mechanisms go? I'm guessing that's the top one for the way that that looks. Oh, which way around does this go? Oh, I've got it wrong way around. Goes that way. Guessing that one goes into there. Oh, I've still got it the wrong way around by the looks of it. How the hell has that come off there? Where does that actually fit? Ah, right, that sits there. Right, I was putting it on wrong. I figured it out. one in there. That one in there. Now from the looks of that, there should be enough gaps fitted in. Right, so that's one side. I can't do this side. So I'm going to have to let all that flap about again. Right, so that's the shape I'm looking for. So it is actually just being really awkward. Yeah, that's the wrong way round. Needs to be facing up. And that's it. It's too fiddly. Far too fiddly. If I get one of these locomotives, don't make any amends. Because this is not easy to put back together. I'm going to pause the video while I actually get it back together. Right, I've fixed the wire, I've got the mechanisms all going, so it's just now reattaching this and the casing under the bogie first. I've already attached the wire to the bogie, so we don't need to bother with that either. This magnet screwdriver is starting to become really annoying. Put the screw in and it just pulls the screw out. Because I can't reach that far down, I can't spin it. Oh, I think I've got it. No, because, oh yeah, now I've got it. There we go. Yeah, that feels correct. Now this is quite difficult to do. But when you get it in the right place, you have to give it a bit of a force of a push to go on like so. I believe that's all correct. Right, so that screw. I don't think there's any more screws to this. And that's everything. That's upper coupling. Let's hope that that's upper coupling. I think it is. Because these are all flatheads on these. They're posse drives. But I'm going to have a look into Fleischmann because I want to know where the birthplace is of Fleischmann. Germany is supposed to be really good at engineering. If I had to guess the way that this is, I'd have to say that this was possibly made by Austria or somewhere like that. I don't mean the actual locomotive itself. I don't mean the actual real locomotive itself. I'm on about this model. So I'm going to have a good look into yeah, that. Right. I'm going to make sure that that is actually in all working order. I do have a way of doing that. I will just find one. Now I'm going to pause the video a minute. This is how we're going to check if this is back to its original working order. That's a battery what I've just plugged this broken USB into. What we're going to do is touch the wheels. That's rolling. That's rolling. I'm not sure what the pickup for is on that then, but it works. Hold on, maybe I should try splitting those apart. Touching it on there. And on that one, if I can split apart enough. Yeah. So I have no idea why there's only one pickup on that, but it does work. So yes, that is back to its working original order. It's got a bit of a smell to the motor, so that may need a bit of a spray. Oh boy. But considering that I actually use these couplings, that's not a bad job on that. That would actually pull wagons. But I am going to look, before I customise this one, I am going to look on eBay to see if I can actually get a replacement coupling before I decide to actually damage it up. So I might do that in a bit. Anyway, and that concludes this video. Happy collecting, happy constructing, happy maintaining your locomotives, because that's what this video technically is. Oh, actually, no, before I go, because there was something I did on that was meant to have done on one of my videos that I completely forgot about. So I'm going to do it on this one. I'm going to move all this out of the way. I'm going to pause the video while I sort this out, because we've got plenty of time actually. Right, because I'm dying to see that locomotive, I actually missed out a couple of vehicles of my driving skill. So I'm going to do that now, and this is the first one, which is the Class Lexion 770 GT. I've actually hit the curve. Oh no, I've done that wrong. Right. I just realised. I thought something seemed a bit off. Start that again. I think the one track just slid a bit. Fine. Still covered on in the right direction. Sure. It's not meant to do wheelies like that. That was an accident. Right. Next one. The Class Lexion 77 TT in road transportation with the shredder. Well, with its shredder in road transportation rather. Next one. Sherman tank. Hold on, one of the tracks are a bit iffy there. But I've sorted out the tracks. And that concludes all vehicles being driven in turning around style. Adios.